What makes a good story versus a not so good story?
Okay, so a good story, I feel, is something that helps the listener forget that the world exists and fall into your paradigm, whatever fantasy that you're building. In a story like Elton John's Your Song, you hear the lyrics that Bernie Taupin wrote, and you start to find yourself sitting on the rooftop kicking off the moss, right? You actually are there when it happens. Or Big Yellow Taxi, late one night, she heard the screen door slam and a big yellow taxi took away her old man. Like, you can see the taxi, you can see the man leaving, and all of these things, like, they actually become where you are if you close your eyes. That's where you are. That's what a story will do. It draws you in and it keeps you there. And it's almost like the artist was probably in flow state when they wrote it. If they can get you into flow state where you forget about everything else, dude, that's magic. I consider songwriting, a well-written song, magical, because it really does sprinkle that fairy dust of timelessness over everyone.
Can I ask, when you're writing that story with that other person, do you know when it's a magical story, or is it at the end when you re-listen, when you regroup and go through it, that you go, that?
Sometimes, no, you know it when you're in it. Sometimes you know it when you're in it. Sometimes you don't, but I think mostly you know it when you're in it. And also you just bring your best to the room. Like when I wrote Wake Me Up, I brought my best to the room, right? I brought the best lyrics I had in my phone at the time to the session. There's no reason to do any less. Like, why? You only live once. Like, why would you bring 75%? Why? Just so you can see they're bringing 80. Okay, I'll bring 81. Like, that's a waste of time. That's a waste of your time, you know? And so for me, it's all about taking the challenge, throwing my hat in the ring and saying, I'm going to fight as hard as I can to get the best product that I can so that the world can ultimately experience something better.